What's going on, you guys? Slim here with a new video today and a new segment here on the channel. These are going to be my duels from stream over on Twitch. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. We're playing old format for these first couple videos, so we're taking it all the way back to 2012. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell. You guys will be notified whenever I upload. You'll also be notified when I stream over on Twitch. Link is in the description below. I'll be streaming 3 days a week, sometimes 4, on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and occasionally I will also be streaming on Wednesdays. If you yourself want to play old format, but you want to play it in real life, or if you just want to purchase cards in general for what you're currently playing in the game, please use my TCG player link in the description below. A portion of what you spend goes back to the channel. It helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. If you want to join my streams, you guys want to talk with me, chat with me, join in on all the fun we have, consider joining my Discord. The link to that is also in the description below. We have a really wholesome community over there. We just have a lot of fun and interactivity. Just a fantastic time for everyone. And last but not least, if you want to further support me in the channel, consider joining my Patreon. I have 4 different tiers, nothing over $10, and just a lot of awesome extra stuff that you'll get over there that you won't see over here on the channel. With all that being said, I want to give a shout out to my brother, Calvin the Kid. He has come back to the game to play me old format. We are playing with the decks that we had in college back in 2012, so I hope you guys enjoy. I'll be commentating over all our games. We had a best of 7 series. This first one is going to be Macro Rabbit. He's playing his signature Chaos deck, and these were the decks that we played back in college. No side decking, just 1v1s back and forth, and it's amazing. I really hope you guys enjoy. Smash that like button. Let's get 100+ likes to continue this segment. It will be a 3rd video upload per week on the channel, and it'll be a really just awesome thing for you guys to see. With all that further ado, you guys, let's go back to 2012. All right, you guys, welcome to game 1. Your boy started off with Rabbit just to get Veilered, so I set my back row and I pass. I'm so sad. I can't believe he did that to me. Calvin summons what will be his signature card for the game, that is Dimensional Alchemist. However, I do have the D Prison and the MST to finish out the turn, and we are gonna go hoppity hop. And hoppity hop we go. We summon our Saber Sources from the deck. We summon our Reaper. We try to hit his hand, but Calvin also has his signature Battle Fader. I make a Logia. I set my 2 back row because I don't fear Heavy Storm anymore, and I pass. This Mad Lad top decks Dark Hole. I lance my Logia, lose my Reaper, and you know what? No, I'm not letting his D-Alc do anything. He has 1 card in hand. I summon Tour Guide, and what ends up happening is that in that game, basically, it just stopped because I misclicked, and he knew he couldn't win, so he surrendered to me right there. So that's game number 1. On to game number 2, you guys. He's going first, signature Thunder King. Thunder King has always been a problem, but, you know, we summoned Jurek Guaiba. Jurek Guaiba with Lance, man. I'm telling you, it's how you played Dino Rabbit back in the day. Summon a second Guaiba, make a Logia, set the back row, and pass. Feeling good about this game already. We got Logia. Once again, this Madman has Dark Hole, but luckily I have the Judgment for it. He just sets and passes. I draw for my turn. We go hoppity hop yet again. This time we're summoning our Saber Sources. And we keep it very simple. We make a Dolka. Calvin plays a lot of crazy cards. Dark Resignator has to be destroyed twice. It can't be the first time it would be destroyed by battle. It's not. Summons a Cyber Dragon. He BLS's me. Luckily, I have the bottomless. He flips a return. I negate it with Logia. He's pretty much out of plays. Sets his monster. Passes back to me. I summon Guaiba. I Monster Reborn. And nothing fancy here. I just have everything attack. Fearing nothing since I have Dolka. And I just attack with everything for game. All right, going into game number 3. We're already up 2 games, feeling pretty good, but Calvin's going first this time. And as you'll see, we just don't have as optimal a hand. I try to summon Tour Guide. It gets hit by Effect Veiler. You know, what are you going to do? Try to run into the Trooper. His deck is Chaos-based, so I can't have him setting up his graveyard, even though he will get to draw another card. Unfortunately, he draws a Tour Guide, and, you know, is able to do his plays. I really just did not open that strong. Him making a Zen Mains can be a problem. It's very hard to out this card with just like a minimal thing of like a Tour Guide, so you just have to wait. He summons Resignator. Again, this card has to be destroyed twice, so he's kind of sitting on 2 walls. And as you guys can see, I'm just not drawing enough cards. I do make a Logia. He forces the negate, which is just expected, bottomless. And I just have to attack into it and just, you know, I can't destroy it, unfortunately. Attacking the Zen Mains would accomplish nothing. And he just continues to go. He just completely blows me out with Heavy Storm. Nothing I can do about that. My negate was used. And he honest me on top of everything else. So I knew right here the game was over. I'm sitting on 2 Torrential. Unless he overextends, I'm just not going to be able to activate them. I draw a very good Spirit Reaper, and I set them because I'm just like, he can't heavy me anymore. And I just, you know, try to do what I can surviving with Reaper. It's really all I can do. He turns his monsters to defense smartly and just passes back to me. I draw Dark Hole, but I figure, again, there's no point. The Zen mains will pop because it will save itself. He goes into Gaia. He brings back Plague, and it's when he brings back Plague, I do a very, very good torrential. This is a very good torrential. However, the Zen main survives, and because it survives, it's able to pop my other torrential. So things are just not looking good for me. I'm top decking. I Dark Hole him just to get the last thing out of there, and I Sabersaurus over it, and I'm thinking, okay, he has one card in hand. How bad could it possibly be? But, of course, you know, he goes balls to the walls and literally goes, you know, crash our monsters. And I'm just like, all right, I'm top decking. I draw a Dead Warding. I'm just like, okay, well, this is useless. Let me bluff with it. And he just sets Reaper, passes his turn. I draw a Book. Book's good, but it's just, you know, it's not enough. It's not a monster. It's not keeping me alive. He tributes for Caius, hitting my back row. Luckily, I have the Book of Moon, so I won't be taking damage from it. Sets another back row. I draw for my turn. I draw Night Assailant. I just set it because I'm like, all right, I can at least use it to try to destroy his monster. He Caiuses into it, and I'm going to just, you know, save. I'm just going to knock out the Caius, but again, I'm top decking. And of course, another Dead Warning. How sad is that? Like, the algorithm was not on my side this game. He has a Battle Fader in hand, nothing I can do about it. Of course, I don't know what he has. I draw a Soul Taker that I can't even use. He draws for turn, gores, you know, just kind of crazy. Like, we're both just kind of going back and forth. That's kind of how old school Yu-Gi-Oh was. Now, here I set an MST, and I've always believed it's never good to blind MST, and I chose not to end phase MST the card that he just set, and it ends up actually costing me the game. I should have, in retrospect, I should have done it, but obviously I wasn't thinking ahead. But I also don't like to blind MST when there's 3 cards. So unfortunately, I pay the price, and I will end up losing this game. He returns from the different dimension. I will end up losing this game. And yeah, nothing you can do about it. And here we are going into game number 4. We're going first this time. We start with Mr. Hoppity Hop, of course, into the Caboozles, into the Logia, into the general setup. We have the Logia plus the Macrocosmos. Very, very strong. Feeling good about the game. Thunder King doesn't really scare me. You know, he's forced to use his lance on it to save it. And we're just like, you know, let's just attack into it. He books me. Having 2,000 defense, I leave it alone. I don't even bother unless he has like a blowout card. I'm really not worried. He summons Valor. He goes to Catastor, which I do have another bottomless for. I opened very strong, as like I said. So at this point, I'm like, I'm free to beat down. I summon the third Caboozles. I'm just, the Caboozles stay on my hand this whole series. You guys will see that. It's like my favorite dinosaur, the sneezing dinosaur ever. Set my back row and go. He summons his Alchemist. Like I said, this is his signature card. He whiffs on it, unfortunately. He does knock out my Caboozles, but that doesn't bother me as much. I'm just free to do what I need to do with Logia, running over it. Of course, under Macrocosmos, he's not going to be recycling. His BLS is dead in hand. He allures. He just banishes, and, you know, he just sets a card trooper and passes. On the draw, I mean, I got the tour guide. Very fortunate. You know, we get the Sangan. You know, we flip the Night Assailant, pop the card, and then nothing fancy here. Just very simple. Attack with everything, and we're good to go. And that's game number 4. Going into game number 5, you guys. Calvin's going first. He starts with the T set. You know, I'm just like, all right, let's see what we got here. I got the MST for his back row. I summoned the Jerk Guaiba, but he does have the Valor, which does hurt. Guaiba will be able to run the monster over. Unfortunately, it is Sangan, so he is going to get a plus. He does get to his tour guide, and unfortunately, I don't have any traps, so I'm kind of at mercy of whatever he does. His tour guide goes off, and, you know, he's just going to, I know exactly what he's going to do, or I thought I did. He makes a Giga Brilliant. And I didn't make the read that he had Honest, so unfortunately I do get punished for this. I really did not think he had the Honest. I thought, you know, let me just go hoppity hop, let me get into it. I thought of maybe making Dolka, but I wanted to make Logia to be safer. And, you know, unfortunately I run into the Honest, and that's just a total blowout right there. I know the game is over. I'm like, all right, we're going to be going to game number 6 because there's nothing I can do. And he just has everything. He's going to attack me for game. I have nothing to stop it. And yeah, unfortunately, I walked into the Giga Brilliant. I walked into the Honest. And, you know, that's how you lose games. And here we are going into game number 6. We were hoping to close out this series here with game number 6, but unfortunately, we just have a set and a pass and a flip macro right into a heavy storm off the top, and literally, we are just out of luck, you guys. Caboozles is gone. It was our only monster. I have no other monsters. I'm just kind of sitting here like a sitting duck. He's got his Alchemist floating. It now has a viable target if I do get rid of it. Unfortunately, my hand is just, you know, just not that good. I draw more back row, which is fine, but he MSTs it. He hits my D Prison, which would have been a good out to his card. There's not a lot I can do. He allures because he doesn't need the Battle Fader. He ends up getting rid of the Chaos Sorcerer, which is fine. He's just going to beat me down basically the way old school Yu-Gi-Oh is. I draw another Caboozles. I summon it. It walks into bottomless, unfortunately. I can't do anything about that. But, you know, we're just like, what are we going to do? He has no fear. He just summons Card Trooper because he knows if I torrential it, he's just going to get a plus off both of them. Just hits me with both monsters. There's literally nothing I can do. I draw for my turn, and I have another Caboozles, unfortunately. I summon it. I attack into the Trooper, and, you know, there's nothing I can do. He just literally... I Soul Taker this because it'll miss timing because of the 1,000 boost, but he just draws for turn, and he literally just mind controls me. I save it. Because I'm like, you know, don't take my only monster. This is all I have. And I'm just, you know, I just attack with Caboozles, do the best I can. And he has Battle Fader, nothing I can do about that. I set my Torrential. I turn back to him. And he goes for Caius. He goes for Caius on himself. And luckily, I do have the Bottomless to stop it. So I survive one more turn. He summons the Cyber Dragon, though. I have to Torrential. I'm out of monsters. I'm top decking. I have nothing but another Torrential. He goes for his turn. He has D-Alchemist. And I'm forced to Torrential. Unfortunately, he gets back a monster, but it was a lose-lose situation at this point. I need to draw a monster. I draw Sabersaurus. I summon, but there goes Bottomless. And we know the game is over. All he has to do is summon a monster and attack. That's exactly what he does. Summons Thunder King and attacks for game. We're going to a game 7. And here we are, game number 7, winner take all, and no rabbit in sight. So we just have to do what we know what to do with this deck. Calvin actually did brick for the first time ever, where he didn't have a real play going first except setting back row. Caboozles, my friend, you're all I have, and for that, I just attack with him. You'll be amazed how long these games go when you're just going back and forth and you don't overextend into Torrential or Bottomless. You're just attacking with one monster, attacking with one monster. I will not let him take my Caboozles, ever. I save Caboozles and I just pass. Why am I going to let him take down my Caboozles? Luckily, I have the warning to stop the tour guide. And, you know, I'm like, you know what, Caboozles, ride me to victory. I have the Lance to protect him from any other things like D-Prison or stuff like that. And that's basically my game plan. I want to win this series. I want to win with Macro Rabbit. Rabbit was one of my favorite decks of all time. So I'm just doing the things I learned from playing this deck back in the day. Very simple Yu-Gi-Oh! I highly suggest you guys try this out because you'll really learn a lot playing games like this. As you guys can see, no overextension. I'll let him summon the Battle Fader. I'm not afraid. I just match his back row, and I'm just like, you know, whatever you do, you do. He summons the Caius. Luckily, I drew the second warning. He Dark Holes me. It's fine. I have Sabersaurus now, and I'm just like, all right, let's go. Summon Sabersaurus, baited the Torrential, fine. Reborn, get back his Caius. It's bigger than any of my monsters that I have access to. He's forced to use Econ, put it in defense. I'm like, that's fine. I have a Bottomless for whatever you summon. And he does actually summon Thunder King. I have the Bottomless, but he has the Lance, and it's still able to get over it by 100 or by 200, which is crazy. So I do lose that, but it's fine. I MST his one of his back rows, the newest one. I summon my Sabersaurus, and I Soul Taker his Thunder King, and then I just attack. And with that, he's pretty much down to 2,000. He goes for his turn. He has a Monster Reborn and a Mind Control, which is crazy. I lance my monster. He books it, and what ends up happening in this situation, he still takes it, so it actually didn't really accomplish anything, but he reborns his Thunder King. It makes a Utopia, which I didn't see coming. He brings me down to 1,500, but as you guys know, Heart of the Cards guide me. Nothing there. I Soul Taker it. I summon Sangan, and I just attack. That's all I got. He's top decking. I set my MST hoping he'll draw a back row and it'll be over in a couple turns. But no, he gets Card Trooper, and I'm going to take 900. But he knows by doing this, it seals his fate. And of course it does. What a way to end a series, but to go hoppity hop with one of my favorite cards ever printed. Rescue Rabbit, my friend. Do your thing. Hoppity hop one last time for this series. Summon the Caboozles. Make the Logia, and attack for game, ending the series, winning 4-3. It was crazy. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun doing this, going back to 2012, playing Macro Rabbit, getting to play with Rescue Rabbit, just an amazing feeling, and I just really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this. Smash that like button if you did. Be sure to, you know, give it a thumbs up. We want to get 100 plus likes, and we'll definitely do more videos like this in the future each week. And just come over to my Twitch. Again, I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and occasionally Wednesdays. Just definitely check it out, and you guys can be part of these awesome duels. Anyway, shout out to you, Calvin. Thank you for being my partner for this. This is a lot of fun. It just feels great to play the decks we played back in the day. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button if you did. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.